Welcome to another fundamental lesson. In this lesson, we will be teaching you what alternate tuning is, using E-flat tuning. So alternate tuning basically means anything but standard tuning where the A is tuned to A440. There are pretty much countless alternate tunings out there, but there are a few that are very standard and that are played a lot. The alternate tuning of E-flat means that all of your strings are tuned down a semitone so that they all become flat by a semitone. This is known as A430. So let's take a close-up look of our tuner and tune all of our strings a semitone flat. So to tune all of our strings down a semitone to E-flat, we have to take a look at our tuner first. Now most tuners, electronic tuners anyway, will look somewhat like this. If you're to play your E note, for example, you're going to see that it says an E in the middle of it, and it's going to give you an electronic reading, and you'll see that there's a little arrow on the top left, and the dot is to the left of the E. The goal to get it in tune is to put it in the center. Okay? Now this is for a regular E. We want what's called E-flat tuning. So we want to tune it down a semitone. So we're going to tune it lower. So I'm going to tune this lower. Then we see what happens here is we get a D note. Now, not all D notes are bad. I know we're trying to tune this to E-flat, but what we're seeing here is not just a D. If you look closely, different tuners will indicate it in different ways, but this tuner is indicating that this is a D sharp. If you look at the tuner closely, in the very bottom corner of the D, the bottom right corner, you'll see a dot beside the D. And then beside that dot, you'll see a little a sharp symbol. That indicates that this is actually a D sharp, what it's registering. If you go into our other theory, you know that a D sharp is in fact the same note as an E flat. So this is what we have to do. We have to take all of our strings down a letter name and tune them to their relative sharps. So in this case, we were tuning an E to a D sharp. So now when I take the A string, I'm going to have to tune it down to a G sharp. So I'm going to tune it down, turning it lower, and there's the G. And there's the dot, meaning G sharp. So I'm going to get it in the middle, because that's where you have to get it. If you take it too low, as you see it goes past the G, you need to get it in the middle. And there we are, in the middle. So now when we play the D note, we need it to be a C sharp. So I'm going to tune the D down, and there we are. There's our C sharp. I'm going to get it in the middle. Good. Same thing with the G. I'm going to make it an F sharp, tuning it down. There's my F sharp. Get it in the middle. Now my B string, I need that to be an A sharp. There's my A sharp. And I get it in the middle. Here's my E. I tune it down so I get a D sharp. Cool. And then once you've went through all the strings, it's a good idea to go through all of them just one more time, just to make sure that they're all in tune with each other. So here I go. Going through all of them. Oh, this one needs a little adjustment. Try and get it in the middle. There's my A sharp. Or my B flat. And there we go. And then you're ready to play. And that is how you tune down to E-flat tuning. So, thanks again for tuning in.